Welcome back. To start off our show today with Author, we have with us the celebrated author and television icon as a reporter for NBC, nationally known. Please welcome Miss Kelly Lange.
Hey.
Hey, sweetie.
Hi, Patty.
Hi there. How are you?
How are you? I'm well, thank you.
Wonderful. Sit down.
You are so terrific. Happy holidays.
So kind. Happy holidays to you.
Thank you.
Coming from you, that's pretty special because all that you've done in your career as a reporter for so many years.
Well, you mentioned earlier breaking the glass ceilings, and as you can see, my palms are still bloody from, you know.
And we're grateful for that.
Well, thank you. I was the first woman anchor on any of the owned NBC stations around the country.
How difficult
that was in
that?
the year one, ladies. What a great audience you have, Patty.
Aren't they amazing?
Yes.
They are beautiful.
Yes, they are
and
fabulous.
I thank you so much for being here.
All right.
Yeah, we're very lucky. We have an unbelievable community, as you can see, from the people here to everything, that all the crew and all the guests that we have here locally.
Besides, you're living in paradise.
Oh my gosh.
You know?
Is that wonderful?
Yes.
How did you start off your career, Kelly?
Oh gosh, that's a story I haven't told because I was afraid that they'd put me in jail. I entered a contest for a Ladybird. They'll tell you what year that was because that was, you know, Lady Bird Johnson was in the, and it was to find a woman. This is ABC, which may I say that on CBS?
Of course you can.
And would fly in a helicopter and do traffic reports on the freeways. And they didn't have any women doing that ever before either. And so I entered the contest, and I did like, okay, you know. And I said, can I try this again, which is reading the copy. And they said, no, everybody only gets one chance. So I cheated. Yes.
How did you cheat?
I cheated because you only get one chance. So I went home, I changed my hair. It was long. I put it up under a hat. Instead of wearing pants, I wore a skirt. I changed my name. My name was Kelly Snyder. No relation to my darling Tom, but and I changed it to Kelly Lange. A good name.
And Kelly Lange got the part.
Kelly Lange won the contest over thousands.
Is that amazing?
But you know what it was? It was just, you know, think outside the box, Patty, like we do, and because I knew that I could do it better than the first time I did it. And I went home and I wrote my own copy. And then I memorized it when I went to the new location. It was a trailer that they went from place to place to place to place all over Southern California, from Santa Barbara to the Mexican border. And so first I went to the Valley, and then when I cheated, I went down to Orange County. And yeah, and I said, you know, they gave me the copy to read, and it was the same stuff. And I said, you know, would you mind if I said it in my own words? I might be more comfortable. Nobody had done that, Patty.
No one had done
thousands. No.
They couldn't think on their feet.
Well, whatever. I had memorized it, written and memorized it. I do write. I'm a writer.
Oh,
yeah. But and I won the contest. Yeah. And I didn't tell that story for years and years and years because I thought they're going to take it away from me.
No, I'll tell you what you did is you paved the groundwork for other people to come in, for women to come in, and like you said, think outside the box, which I think we have to do more often than men, don't you think we do?
Yes, no matter what you're doing, whether you're giving a dinner party or you just got to be a little bit more creative and a little bit, you know what it is, my mother always said, it's a four-letter word, but you have to do it, W-O-R-K.
W-O-R-K.
You got to work harder.
Now, let's talk a little bit about Maxie.
Okay.
Your character, Maxie, I love her.
Maxie Poole.
She's amazing. Now, where does Kelly Lange stop and where does Maxie Poole start?
Well, Maxie Poole is my sleuth in my books. I write mysteries, a lot of dead people. I don't know why I have the need to kill people, but if you ever want to kill people, do it in print.
In a book. In a book.
Because if you do it in real life, you know, they catch you and they put you away. You can't have your hair colored, nothing. But Maxie is exactly like me. She's a television news anchor person who gets involved with the story. And then, you know, she covers the story, then she gets involved in the crime. Now, and she is exactly like me, except she's taller, thinner, younger, sexier, blonder, you know, all that little mischief maker, yeah.
Do you still drive a Corvette?
Yes.
You do, because
Maxie drives the Corvette, that's right. You read this. God
See,
bless
I told you.
Patty does
I
her
told you I
homework.
do my homework. And also, I wanted to ask you that Maxie, in your short story that you won an award for in Deadly Ink in 2003.
Oh, you covered the waterfront, girl.
Maxie said that her job is to cover stories, not to solve crimes. But that's probably what you love to do as a reporter, didn't you? Your mind had to go that way.
You can't help getting into it and getting involved and getting to know the people and getting to care and noticing the blood spot on the carpet. You know what I mean?
Did you solve any crimes?
No.
Bummer.
No, but I do it all in books.
I want to ask you a question. What do you think about Katie Couric? Do you think she made a mistake?
You know, that's hard to say. I don't think so, no, because you always, if they invite you to go and do this, and it is the pinnacle, you know, of anchoring the network news, of course you'd say yes. I would say yes, you would say yes. And she's doing the best she can. And she's
still living, I hate to say this, in a world where there are a lot of suits trying to look over her shoulder.
Well, I was in exactly the same place in everything I did as a writer before I went on the air, and then doing the radio stuff in the helicopter, and then doing the reporting and the
you
weather.
work with so many people too, like Pat Sajak
men.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I got my first job as a writer in the newsroom over at KBC. There were 11 writers, 10 men, and I was the first woman they had ever seen. And when I walked into the station, and the boss brought me in and introduced me and said, "This is Kelly Lange. She's going to be a new writer." The typewriters stopped clacking, and they looked at me like I was from outer space, you know. And then one of them said, "Oh, good, now we'll have somebody to make the coffee."
Ooh, wrong thing to say to Maxie.
But, you know, exactly. But this was, you know, in the year, you know, it was a way back then. And I said, you know what, I don't drink coffee, so I don't even know how to make it. And then, you know, I sat down at my seat and started doing my assignments. And I never had a cup of coffee there. I worked there for 5 years.
You were afraid to have it.
No, I wouldn't dare.
You were afraid to. When we come back, we're going to have Tom Racine with us, and so stay tuned, and we'll continue our conversation with author.